Hello there, and welcome back to the Decoding the Card series, where we go through the book by Sheila Ellis here and get deeper into ourselves about what the tarot means to us. Today we're on the card the Chariot, and I have 3 cards out here. I'm going to move the camera up so you get a better shot of them. The Chariot card. These are all beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. Okay, let's start. Number 7, the Chariot. The key words for the Chariot card are determination, control, success, willpower, and self-assertion. The Chariot tarot card is often seen as a representation of drive, ambition, and a restless determination to reach one's goals. It is a signifier of victory, implying that success can be achieved with enough dedication and focus. The appearance of this card in the reading encourages one to remain focused on their aims and take the necessary steps to move toward them. It is a reminder that with a strong intention, anything can be accomplished. The Chariot encourages you to seize the reins and chart your own path. Don't just sit passively and wait for things to happen. Your success is due to your efforts and strong will rather than luck or chance. Tap into the power of this card to propel yourself towards victory and reap the rewards of your hard work. Okay, so the book's first definition here. The key words for the reverse are turbulence, opposition, lack of direction, self-discipline. The Chariot reverse is a strong cautionary reminder that sometimes the best intentions don't always lead to the right outcome. Your ambition and enthusiasm may drive you forward, but your actions lack the necessary skill or expertise. They could lead to disappointment. Before committing to any course of action, take a step back and make sure you have all the resources, knowledge, and tools necessary for success. Don't simply rush ahead blindly to pursue your goals. Instead, take the time to properly assess and strategize before proceeding. This will help ensure that your efforts pay off in the long run. Okay. So some elements for the Chariot card that she has here is the number 7. 16, the Tower is a numerology link to this card. The element is water. The astrological association is Cancer. The energy is receptive. Some symbols are the Chariot represents movement and travel. The Charioteer represents control. The Sphinxes represent unharnessed energy. And the Star Canopy represents limitless potential. Okay, this next section, you may want to pause and get a pen and paper, or you can just reflect to yourself. I'm going to pause after each question, and as I pause after each question, that'll give you a moment to reflect and or pause the video to write, okay? Personal notes. Although it is important to know the traditional meanings, it's just as important to create your own connection to and narrative for the cards. Reflect on this card and answer the following questions. Number 1, what is your interpretation? What does this card mean to you? I wrote balancing fast forward moving energy. That's always kind of what has come to mind, just like that, with the Chariot whenever after learning the original meaning. And number 2, what meaning does it have for you when reversed? I wrote wobbly, off balance, wild running feelings, thoughts, and beliefs. Number 3, what about the traditional meaning doesn't resonate with you? It all resonates. Yeah, it all makes a lot of sense. They went into more depth than I usually go with it, but I like that. I like that. Opening me up, expanded me. Number 4, what other impressions do you have? The dark and light aspect of the Sphinx, representing yin and yang. Royalty, the charioteer looks like he may be of royalty, or he may be driving a chariot with someone who is of royalty. And that a special or significant person is around. What affirmation does this card inspire in you? I take charge of my powerful energy and drive it forward. And number 6, how could you utilize it in a reflection or ritual? I wrote, to get a dark and light candle. As they burn, focus on balancing and expanding your energy. Maybe with the purple candle at the top. Okay, now we're going to combine some cards in the combining exercises. She writes, what happens when we pair this card with other cards? How might the meaning change or expand? Take a look at the example below and then try it on your own. An example, they have the Chariot representing determination, control, success, willpower, self-assertion, with the King of Pentacles representing wealth, accomplishment, discipline, and leadership. And their interpretation of those two together is your control and determination will help you achieve the wealth and accomplish you're after. Now I'm going to pause for a minute and pull out each card so you can look at it here on the video as you combine these cards, especially if you're new to tarot. That's going to help a lot. If you don't know the meanings of cards 100%, like back to back. By heart is what I meant. Okay, be right back. Okay, the first one they ask you to combine the Chariot with is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords representing ambitious, action-oriented, and fast thinking. What's your interpretation? I'm pausing now. My interpretation was that someone is very inspired to balance out their powerful energy. Your mind is very swiftly moving forward. It was kind of like 2. You're very inspired to balance out your powerful energy, and then a second one you could add to that is your mind is very swiftly moving forward as well. In the second one, they asked you to combine the Chariot and the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands representing creative opportunity, inspiration, and desire. My interpretation came to you have a desire to balance out and move forward towards an exciting opportunity. Oops, and I forgot to put up the card. I'm so sorry. I'm new at this. Bear with me. I'm new at going through a book online. There's certain things you should do for the for the watcher. So let's just go over it again. The second one, the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. You have a desire to balance out and move forward towards an exciting opportunity. Okay, now Do this right. The Temperance. So add the Chariot to the Temperance, and the Temperance is meaning balance, moderation, and blending elements. My interpretation is you're doing so well at merging your energy as you move in balance towards what you want. Okay. So now it's time to move into the deeper understanding portion, okay? To become more intimate with this card, it's helpful to understand its appearance and influence for you personally. There are questions for reflection below. Answer the one your intuition guides you to. Come back to the others later. Okay. So the first one is, how do you exercise self-discipline? I sometimes cut back slowly on sweets, like limiting myself to one sweet treat a week. But if I've been eating sweets every day, and then I'll try to go every other day for a week, and then every 3 days the next week, and then every 4 days, 5 days, until it's only one a week, and I'm comfortable. So I let my body adjust as it goes. So it's not just oh, I'm cutting out sugar, oh, I'm cutting out coffee. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was my answer. The second one is, what are you working towards? My answer, what I'm working towards, as far as my inner journey, is understanding and having compassion when addressing past mistakes. This is a timeless reading, but when I'm recording it, Pluto is going through its last trek in Capricorn before going into Aquarius permanently. So and it is Scorpio season, so I'm digging deep into things that need to be brought up, addressed with compassion, love, understanding. Anything I consider a mistake or any wrong that was done to me. So that's my answer. And the last one here is, how do you overcome obstacles? My answer is by often facing them head on when I become aware of them. Okay, so the very last favorite is playing favorites. Take a look at through your decks if you have more than one. If not, do a little Googling online, or just hold on. So sorry about that. I had an alarm go off. So in playing save favorites, you can look at these cards here that I have that are not like the original, or you can Google online and find, a card that resonates with you, the image resonates with you, and then reflect on reflect on why it's your favorite. Reflect on why you like it. Sorry, I got a little off and tongue-tied since the the alarm threw me off a little bit. So I'll give you a minute for that. For me personally, I love all three of the images on these cards. I resonate a lot with it. The Sphinx, the yin and yang, the balance aspect. The unicorn is just beautiful, and I love that there's a unicorn familiar in the familiars deck. And then it's just beautiful, the chariot, this lady guiding these wild horses in her desired direction. I love it. I just love it, because they could be totally out of control, these horses, which would kind of be the reversed definition. I'm noticing in the Muse Tarot, they kind of combine upright and reverse in some of their cards. It's really, really neat. So that concludes this portion of Decoding the Cards by Sheila Ellis, doing the Chariot. We will be back next episode. We're going into the Strength card. Oh, I love that card. All right. I'm sending you lots of love, healing always. Take care.